Hey folks, doing some fencing today. Got a half-mile posts in along the road here on our west quarter. Got posts in around the old yard site, as you can see behind me, and got some braces built. But the purpose of this video is I want to show you how to make a splice in barbed wire. Now, splice in barbed wire is typically with broken old wire. I'm going to do it with new wire today on some short sections where I'm just using up some old rolls. These sections don't have a lot of pressure on them with the cattle, so I'm not worried about breaking again. And this splice that I'm making is a good splice for even new wire because it's kind of made like a spring versus two wires pulling on each other and that elbow being the weak spot. So come along with me and I'll show you what I'm doing. Here's a different style splice than what I make, and this is the one that I consider weak, because a weak point, when this fence gets stretched, either a moose or a deer or an animal running into it, a yearling or a cow, where they cross over each other, becomes a weak point. So here's the example, and then we'll go back to the splice that I make. Saying that's how most people do it. This is what my dad showed me a long time ago. So I'll just first straighten out these pieces that I have bent. I take the wire back on itself. So I have a couple barbs in each direction. Might do a little more. So here's two barbs in each direction that are meeting. So I'm going to grab the wire with the pliers and then start wrapping this side. Like that. Move the pliers over. Start wrapping this side. so that the wrap on each side is behind the barb. Wrap here behind each barb. Once I have 2 or 3 wraps around each side, I'll then come back on itself from each side. So it just looks like a ball right there. But what happens is, as this pulls this way and this way, pulls, when I pull this wire tight, it acts as a spring and collapses on itself. There's no actual weak point. So I will stretch this wire and then I'll show you how this collapses and pulls down. So I just stretched that wire, got it really tight. Doing a 4-wire fence here. It's along the road on some new ground that we got for the yearlings, and we're just gonna walk down and see how that splice pulled down and turns out. So here it is here. As you can see, it got smaller and pulls into itself. Now it acts as a spring if something goes through it or hits it, where the old splice, where it's just 2 wires bent over, becomes a weak spot. If this wire gets pulled or pushed against, this actually acts as a spring. So hope this helps you. It sure helped me, and thanks, Dad, for showing me that. Thanks for joining me today, fencing, and I hope you use the splice. Give it a try. It's easy to do and it won't break. So until next time, happy fencing. And if you like what you see, there's a like button there. If you don't like it, there's a dislike button, and there's even a watermark if you want to see more. Click on B8 Ranch.